so it's really responsive sound, and it just feels really fat, you know. It's also good for chords. You know, if you like riffs, it just has the ability to not. It doesn't get too muddy down low or too brittle up high. It sort of maintains a fat sound. So if you play a big chord, it can still handle it. So, you know, if you like to play riffs and stuff, that's cool too. The other one, OD1X, is a little bit more of a kind of a bluesier sound. So not quite as full, but more like a transparence. Now, if you're playing whatever amp you have, like a Fender Twin or anything like that, it brings the tone of the amp out. Now, the JC120 is typically a clean amp, so it doesn't necessarily share the same quality as some of the valve amps, but it has a great sound in its own way. But still, I can show you a little bit of how that sounds, but I would encourage you to try it in your own amp as well. So basically, just again, the clean sound. And with the 81X, it's kind of like a bluesy-ish tone. So it's a really, really cool sound. The other thing you'll notice that it's so quiet. Look, a lot of pedals go, but amazingly, it's totally silent. I don't know why or how they made it so, but that's a really cool thing as well. It doesn't go. So yeah, so that's a really good thing. So these, I would say, the new kind of boutique-y style pedals, which you should check out when you get time. Just quickly, I'm going into the ME80. Whenever I play, I like to have a volume pedal. So for me, this is a very important sound. If I've got the distortion on and a bit of delay, actually without the distortion first, I like the control of having volume. It's just. It's just nice to have that. Because it's dynamic, and I think a lot of times, you know, the guitar can be a bit guilty of just always like all the time, and it's nice to have some dynamic. So the volume pedal just allows some space. And for example, like if you wanted, even on a distortion sound, I use volume pedal, and I was doing it in the song. So if I wanted to, and obviously when I was playing just now, I was a lot louder. And this is the DS1X. I'm still using that distortion, but I've just turned the volume down and it responds really well, so it cleans up. So anyway, that's a little bit about that. One other thing that I like to explain is some of you were here yesterday, so I apologise for saying the same thing, but if any of you that weren't, then this is for you. So yeah, practicing with the looper is a really cool thing, and I think a lot of people show it like some kind of cool performance, like, you know, which is great as well. But for me, I think the most useful thing is to use it to practice. So I'll just show you a couple of practice ideas. Just going to get a loop there. But maybe I'll play some different chords than I did yesterday. Okay, so let's turn that off. Okay, let's say someone says, how well do you know your C melodic minor? And you say, I think I know it quite well, and oops, yeah, you know, and you need to practice it. So a good way to practice it, instead of just running up, can get a little bit boring. So with some sound in the background, it just makes it a bit more musical. So if I was to just do it in free time, and then play the scale, it's good for your ear as well as your fingers. To make it nicer. So if I play it standardly, then it just makes the process a little bit more musical. So then you can also do it in time. So for example, I'm going to try on the fly here, change a few things. Cool. All right. So let's say you wanted to do something where you were changing key, C minor to E minor, E flat minor. Turn some reverb down. 3, 4. So now you have a bit of rhythm. You can record yourself on top, which I didn't mean to do, so let's do it again. There, I hit it twice. But you can also add on top, like I just said. So let's try something here. Added an octaver to make it a bit more fun, and I add some distortion. Okay, so again, thinking of it as a practice tool is a really, for me, the most useful thing. And if you teach as well, that's really good, because you can play a loop and then you can watch the student and actually concentrate instead of going, yeah, and trying to back the student, and then you can't really focus on what they're doing. So I used to do it all the time. Years ago, I had the first ever looper from Boss, which was the RC20, and I would just loop something up and then watch the student and really be able to understand whilst it's still going. I'd say, okay, hang on a second, and then I could play some ideas. I say, okay, now you have a go, and there was something always backing, and that's a really fantastic thing to do with looping. All right, so yeah, maybe I'll just play another track on the OD1X and DS1X, and then I'll show you the GP10, which is a really cool thing.